Start on both those ends. Yeah, we're late, so the quicker I can get this up and going, the better. I was not home, so that is definitely on me. I I did not get home in time, and that's my mistake. Not much that can be done for it, but I'm here now. So we are just slightly late, but we are here. Always feel bad getting in slightly late. So I'm like, cool, great. Can't even maintain my own timetables. We're not streaming on YouTube. No, we are. Weird. There it is. There we go. That's up and going. And then I gotta get Restream up and rolling, and life will be good. It's just taking me a second. Sorry about that. There we go. Get that up and going for just a moment while I make sure everything's working properly. And I have everything set up right on my end. And then we'll slip right back into it. Because Manor Lords. I'm ready. Sorry it took me so long. Okay, there we go. Perfect. That was almost a spot on fade out time. Cool. Awesome. Okay. Pop Manor Lords and slip back into it. Because I am ready. Speaking of, with Manor Lords and Banner Lords on the brain, I am planning on doing another Banner Lords video. So that's going to be fun. I am looking forward to it. Just going to be a good time. Got a few things in mind for it. Wow, we are making a lot of money. We finally got fields set up. We got people in there. Okay, yeah. Alright, I was rolling well. Good. Good. What am I forgetting about? Sheep. Oh, excuse me. I need to get sheep up and online for the purposes of making yarn to sell it. Which means, do I have a livestock trader? Oh, I do. Oh, okay, we have sheep. Never mind, I actually got that done. Good. I need a clothier plot, which means I need to upgrade one of these. That's a 2-man, isn't it? That's gonna suck. Oh, well. Good, and I never swapped over on my screens. That's a me thing. There we go. Sorry about that. You didn't miss anything. I was just looking through everything initially, and I started the upgrade there. Sorry about that. Brain is firing in too many directions. And I capitulated and allowed myself a bit of caffeine today. Oh, that's good. Ooh. Went with the electric limeade ghost. That's surprisingly good. I'm paid to say these things. Like, there is no point for me to plug it for any other reason other than I enjoy it. And that is pretty good. I'm gonna want to build a tailor's workshop. That'll also give us another clothing stall. And we should have the weaver's workshop up and running. Good. Okay. But because we're coming into winter, we're not going to get much out of it. Because they don't shear the sheep during the winter, which makes sense. Who's mad? You're mad. Why? Fuel. We're short on fuel still. Seriously? Go to a different fuel stall. I don't know, man. We have so many people running stalls. I don't see how you could possibly have it. We have over 1,000 fuel. Okay. I shouldn't need 1,000 fuel. That is freaking ridiculous. Let's just go ahead and snap that up some. Come on. There we go. Yeah, $9.99. Try not crash the market in its entirety on fuel. We have the tavern up and online. We have the brewery up and online. We have the malt. We actually ever get that set up and operational? Did we? Malt house, there it is. Okay, cool. Yeah, we got it up and going. Alright, good. So, now we can do the import for barley. Ooh, excuse me. And I do that because it's cheaper to import the barley at 10 at a time than try and import just the crops. Or barley as opposed to malt or ale. It's just cheaper. Yeah, I have the manor up and running, okay. And we are at 10% tax. Good. Good. I never like going over that 10% because it seems like they fall into just absolute unyielding anger if you do. We do have plenty of food. That's a positive. And do we have a large berry plot? No, we're just collecting a metric crud ton of berries. Okay. Good. Good, that's actually very helpful. We have the 2 foresters who are not keeping up with replanting. Okay, we're gonna need another forestry hut. Because otherwise we are gonna run out of trees. And that's not something that I can feasibly deal with. And we're up to an okay army set. What are we producing currently? Sidearms and small shields, large shields, spears. I need to produce spears. I have no linens, however, pretty soon we're gonna have yarn and dyes, so that's not gonna be a bad idea. General, build, dyer's workshop, and we will stick you in right over here. Yes. Advanced, plant like there. Just trying to get more trees planted in that region. We're not planting enough to keep up with consumption. So it is what it is. Do. Trying to mull things over. Figure on what the next move is. What are we looking at? I should probably start pulling clay. Yeah. I should have been doing that a while ago, actually. But I've been putting it off. Nope. Alright, let's see. Send you up to here. Send you out to there. We'll see if we can slip at least 2 houses in here. Fine. We'll do it from there. That works. I don't know why it didn't connect the first time. That was weird. Yeah. Again, those are wider than I'd normally like them to be, but given the situation, it's fine. It's just trying to get more people in. Oh, man. Okay. We have claimancy on everything in these lower regions. The only 2 to be fought over are those, which is fair. Plenty of shoes. Mediocre on egg. Yeah, draft out the retinue for this one. Speaking of... Okay. It's not too bad. I did not realize how soulless they looked right now. Oh, nice. Oh, shoot. Oh, okay. So it seems like, yeah, you have much more than just the Milanese. Well, you have one more Brigandine. Okay. So now you have the breastplate, the Milanese Cuirass, and the Brigandine. Not bad. Got any new weapons in the polearms department? I do love halberds. I do love halberds. Okay. Oh yeah, and new helmets? Hold on. Ooh, I don't remember what the helmet is called, to be fair. Hound skull with a... A hound skull with a... I can't remember what that's called. Oops. Oh well. Coif. That's the one. Okay. Yeah. Because this one has the chainmail, where the other one had the cloth coif. Okay. Cool. Heck yeah. I would like you to have full helmets if possible. Just for better protection. 5, 6. Just upgrade 6 of them for now. Okay. New ways. Send them out don't sprint, and get moving. Another ruler's army. We should have the advantage. Ergo, we should arrive first. Which is the entire goal. As long as we can get there first, life good. Oh, I see. Okay. Then we should go over to production on halberds. Whoops. It's this one. General halberds. And they stole my iron. Bricks. Okay, and now we... Did they upgrade the retinue too? No, it's just the retinue is really hard to deal with. Charge of 4 is crazy. And belongs to my treasury now. Cool. Now you guys can head home. You're good. You did your job. Thank you very much. Big appreciation on that one. Okay, we do need more egg. More egg. Oh, wow, we are constantly making a really good amount of money. I'm very happy with that, actually. Means that I'm running things properly. Good job, boys. Good stuff. You know, with us constantly buying in iron, it might also be worthwhile to upgrade, like, one of these to a level 2 and change it out for an armorer's shop and start producing armor in that bottom corner as well. Ah. 5th meal. I'll take the negative reputation hit for maintaining more variety in food. I will take it. Because the more variety in food will actually probably help counter the negative reputation hit. As entertaining as it is. Oh, right. Oops. Okay, I'm just gonna buy armor. I'm not gonna burn a perk point on it. That's a terrible idea. Ah, who came up with that? Okay. Anyways. Dumb bit over with. I do, however, need to get a clay pen up and running. So, go ahead and snap that in. And probably lead this up and over to here for now. Well, you have 2,600. Give me 1 second. I got a phone call from my brother, so I will be right back. Okay, well, I guess I missed him. Oh well. I'll slip back into it. Come on. There we go. Huh. I'm trying to figure out how I want to lay this in. I guess to here will be fine for now. And we need somebody to produce roof tiles. Yeah, why not? Do a roof tile production in that lower corner. Connect it up and around. There we go. Alright, that should be fine. Nothing too impressive. Oh, do the sheep actually naturally multiply now? And then it's just sped up by getting the perk? Because if so, that's huge. Oh, we'll figure it out eventually. Alright, we'll get somebody to work in the dyer's workshop, which will get our cloak production up and online. And people advanced. No, okay, I can't do anything in that regard. Fair enough. However, that should A, keep them busy, and B, allow me to produce specialized clothing secondarily. Which is very good. Somebody working in there. And somebody working over here. 6 for the fuel reserves. Make sure that it doesn't run out. And then, yeah, that should be fine. Now, our next order of business will be upgrading the church. Yeah, get the church up. And then the tavern should be... Oh, yeah, it's well on its way to being prepped. So we'll actually throw somebody in there. Start filtering in. Enemy units. 3 of them. Okay. And now we give purpose to all of these soldiers that have been doing literally nothing forever. The horn is a bit much when it starts to stack. I appreciate it, but it is a bit much. Okay. And that should make sure that we have plenty of men to deal with 4 groups of raiders. Okay. Four groups. It's gonna be a bit dicier. But we'll be alright. We just have to make sure to keep eyes. Okay. While we're here, you lads spread here. You lads spread here. You guys as a midline. You guys directly behind them so you can press through. You guys as our far end specialty group. And then you guys here is rear line, and here is rear line. Yeah. Right there. Right there. We should allow them to post up and bombard from the rear without any issues. They're trying to go wide, siege around to hit our archers. Oh no, they're just hard going right past. Oh my gosh, okay. I'm stupid. Oh man. There we go. And we lost, what, one guy? I think we lost one. It's not bad. I mean, I'm not happy that I lost somebody, but it definitely could have been worse. So I'm not complaining. Also, I need to build a corpse pit. That's fun. And it, for some reason, is heading over to Imenerith. Thank you. Okay. Let's build a corpse pit by the fields. Something, the flowers will grow better. Something, soissons. If you don't know, I would solidly recommend looking into it. Because it's a lot. Oh, Soissons or the Ardennais Forest. Either one. The trees, grass, and flowers look really pretty. There's a reason. It's also kind of nice. It seems like they aren't as angry all the time about the corpses way out on the outer edges, which is, I'm not gonna lie, is kind of nice. And let's slip another well down and in here just to make sure that if things light on fire, it doesn't all burn to the ground. More wells all over are definitely better than not having them. Good. And, okay, we don't have that done yet. We're working on it. We're well on our way. So I'm not complaining. Yeah, slip some more houses in if I can. If I do the extension here, is it going to be too small? It might end up being too small. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit too small. No, actually. Wow, genuinely surprising. Just large enough. All right, fair enough. Practicing medieval cookie cutter housing. I mean, to be fair, in this instance, it actually makes sense. Because you're under absolute requirement to have access to those amenities. Stretching them out too far is a literal death sentence. Oh, and we're over $1,000. So, now that we're over $1,000, I am going to upgrade the rest of the boys. And then we're going to standardize equipment across the broad spectrum because I like the idea of standardized equipment. Well, other than weaponry, but we're going to standardize color. Having differing weapons is definitely a good idea. But standardizing their coat of arms is what I was thinking. Red. Oh, it just changes. That's the only color that's dominated by it? Okay. Silver? No. Blue? Eh. Yeah, we'll go with red for main. Red. Yeah. Silver and blue. Red, silver, blue. Red, silver, blue, red, silver, blue. Interesting, but that guarantees to stay yellow. Intriguing. Red, silver, blue, 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 red, silver, blue. We're just doing this through everybody. It takes a second, sorry. It's not too bad, but it does take a moment. That's white. There we go. Okay. And... Oops. Blue. Doodly-doo. Weird, but that one's green. Oh, weird. Okay. Wait. Huh. So each one of them chooses their own colors for it, seemingly. Oh. Interesting. I like that. That is not bad. Wow, he was almost set up with the right colors already. Very nice. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 boop boo do boop boo. Eh. Yeah, there's not much going on right now, so I'm just filling dead air as best I can. Because I know that staring longingly at a screen while I'm flopping around recoloring armors is not exactly the most entertaining thing. However, my dumb little brain, which is hardwired to aesthetics, requires that at some points I do things like this. Because I can only war with it for so long. Ooh. Excuse me. Whoops. Okay. Now let's see. I do like the hound skull with that little edge to it. Yeah. Okay. Volgier? Is that what you're carrying? No. I don't remember what that's called. I want everybody to have those little hound skulls. I'm not too concerned about the chest plates. But I do like those hound skulls. And I do like the fact that they have their own little color choice for it. I like that. Little cream color. Cream color. Blue and orange. Black and gold. Pink and gold, I think. Yellow and gold. Teal and green. That's cool. I like that. I like that a lot. Do. Demarcating all of my men-at-arms, so when we look in on combat, it looks a lot more interesting. Because you can tell exactly who my dudes are. Cuirasses aren't quite as important. But now they all have their own little coordination. And I like that. Color coordinating the men. Feels good. Gold off. Gold off. Ekanow. Gold off. Okay. Get a sizable military up and online. Shove it. Yeah. I feel much, much better prepared to actually deal with this time. Hopefully this time we won't choke out and fail miserably. Because I do actually need to try and keep this guy from taking territories. I know that all of my boys in Goldoff should be there. So we'll send them over here. For you guys. There. Send you over here. And then wait for the other boys to get up and moving. Send you up and over to here. Getting everybody tucked together to hopefully be able to move them as a unit to the actual battle zone. Waiting on these guys in the back. I'm buying as much time as I can before I fight the claim. Okay. And where is it? The battleground is northward. There we are. Bring all the men northward. No. End it. Enemy has been noted. Demarcated to our northern edge. Copy. It's probably because I actually built up a sizable mass of units this time, as opposed to the smaller group that I had during our last combat. Stop moving the battleground, you dick. There we are. Okay. Now that we know what our battlegrounds are going to be. It makes a large difference on how we're going to run these things. Stagger. 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 Gosh darn it. Men-at-arms. Stagger slightly more across. 36 mercs. 36 mercs. 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 Spearmen in the center. And then you guys up and in the rear. Trying to brace these guys to reduce the damage that they receive when they get charged, because I don't think I'm going to get there fast enough to stop these guys from charging. Oh my gosh, we did. Oh, we stopped some of it. Okay. And I've got the archers specifically targeting theirs, so their bombardment is significantly less effective. Yeah. The line of archers is not playing games. Broken. Go and help them. Go and help them. Go and help them. Go ahead and head northward. And then where are our mercenaries? Mercs, come forward. Really? Come forward. Stop sprinting, because you have no need to now. Hold you lot here and specialize for missile alert. Oof. Nope. There we are. That is quite the army of boys. Look at that. That is a solid wall. Let's mirror our paths cross. Witness the growing empire once more. Thy slaves did bind to those... Yeah! Thy slaves did bind to success, those gents shalt bist. Yes. Hey, Hooligan, how you doing? That went over beautifully. I'm very glad that I paid for mercenaries. That was definitely worth it. And we ended it before I needed to pay them again, which is huge. Go. Okay. And then the rest of the boys can head home. I did not want to hand that guy more territory. Oh. Who's running? I don't want any of you guys to run. Even if it is back to the home zone. No reason to burn it. We'll get there. It's no problem. YOLO. Yeah, Olivia Smith, yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, that army was massive. I mean, our own retinue is nothing to scoff at now, but I do hire out mercs just to make sure that we can actually hold together things like zone arguments. Because he decided to try and take Golduff, and I was not going to hand it to him. Not without a fight. And thankfully, we're actually finally hitting a point where we don't have to worry about it constantly. We can actually fight with him on a regular basis. All the money. We're making really good turnover on regional wealth, and we're making good taxes off of it now. So, nothing to complain about. YOLO. Yep. Georgia Francine Mips. Ravi, holy moly. I read that incorrectly because that's the day it is. Alright, fair enough. Actually, you guys go northward and deal with them. The rest of you can be disbanded and go and do your jobs, but I will send the retinue to go and deal with random bandits. They should be fine. I paid for the armor upgrades, so the lads are looking meatier, and they are clanking. So I'm not as concerned about them anymore. I sub, nice work out there. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it, Olivia. And I'm doing pretty well, Ravi. How are you doing? Today I ended up being a tiny bit late, just because I got home a little bit later than I was expecting. But we made it, and that's all that matters. Oh no, 3 berries. Whatever will I do? I'm glad to hear it. You're half asleep. Yeah, fair enough. Figuring it was getting pretty close to that time for you. Now get them peasants some pleasure shows. I'm working on it. How do I sleep well if not with your wonderful voice? Well, I appreciate it. I know it's only 3 days a week, but I offer what I can. If you need more, there's always YouTube. Because then you can just go in and listen to it for, oh, jeez. I have no idea how many hours I have on there now. A lot. Hello, so have you ever played Stronghold Crusader? I have not, actually. I plan to. Let me write that down, because that's a good recommendation. I'm always taking more recommendations, so if you got anything that you'd be interested about, just let me know. I have played some older games. Not all of them, though, but I have played some. Okay, I'm gonna take Days Gone and Stronghold Crusader. There we are. Perfect. I will definitely take a shot. Oh, I thought I had my mic muted for a second. I will definitely take a shot at those. It's all when things open up. I think I have 1,000 hours on Stronghold Crusader. Holy crap! You played it for the first time in 2005? Heck yeah! Back in, oh man, '05, I was 7. That was before I got my first computer. I think it was '09. Yeah, I think '09 I had my first computer, and I was playing Command and Conquer Generals. That was my starting point for strat games. By the way, keep an eye on Epic Games. They often do giveaways with good AAA games. I definitely will. That's good advice. Thank you, Ravi. But yeah, I played a lot of Command and Conquer. That was definitely where it was at. First PC in '99. Man. It's crazy how much it's changed in such a short time, too. Right now there's a Steam sale for Shadow of War if you enjoy Lord of the Rings. I have played Shadow of War. And, Shadow of Mordor. I think that's the second one. Either way, yeah, they are both very fun. Got my first PC in 2000. My dad bought it. Nice. Yeah, my first PC was in, I think, '07. Yeah, because I was 9. And that was a game changer. Oh man, when YouTube was still young. Games be amazing. They definitely do. Remember playing Mario, that 2D game? Oh no. Yeah, the original Mario. Oh man. I liked Yoshi's Island. That was fun. I spent a lot of my childhood gaming. I mean, I also lived out in the woods, so it was like a mile and a half to my friend's house. So it was like, yeah, I would go and hang out with friends, but it was always an all-day endeavor getting there and back and running around. So when I didn't have the energy or had other things I needed to take care of at home, it was definitely pop on the computer or throw in some movies and hang out with the family. Good times. Definitely good times. Pop another one of you. Red, silver, blue, and that helmet. There we go. Good. I just want to make sure the retinue's up at all times. Makes my life a little easier, because I know I can depend on dumping them out without completely destroying at-home production. Excuse me. Oh, we got our harvest done? Okay, fair enough. We got no barley, it looks like. That sucks. Man, that really sucks. Alright, fair enough. Maybe I just over-purchased sheep. I thought they finally were breeding naturally, but it doesn't seem that is the case. Which is fair. I was just curious whether that was a new improvement they made or not. I will say, with the townsfolk actually randomly pulling, it seems like eggs are finally actually worth it, which is good for that extra little bit of food variety. Something to help keep these guys happy. Oh man. I spent most of my childhood playing Command & Conquer and StarCraft. Which is funny, because then, as I started hitting into being a teenager, I got super into first-person shooters and, like, RPGs. Interesting little turns of event. You are tier 1. You are tier 2. Okay. Let's get some of the tier 1s up so we start making more money off of the sides without constantly having to export everything. And we are getting more people in the military now, so that's a positive. Sitting a lot better in that regard, which is nice. Any way that we can increase that is very, very massive for keeping us safe. A little bit of bread on the market, not enough honey. But some introduced now and again. Just enough to keep them happy. That's the whole goal, anyway. Not too much going on right now. Just a little bit of progress here and there. Nothing too major. Getting a few more people is always nice. Baiting more fields. We have so much clay being produced that it might actually be worthwhile to also start Excuse me. Start trading out on... Yeah, roof tiles. A little bit of export on those. And we'll keep it at 40 roof tiles on hand. So when we reach that point, yeah, we can start selling them off. Should also be producing some cloaks now. If our weavery is actually doing its job. Slip a second person into the weavery. Got 2 people in the clay furnace now, so that should help in that regard. Second family in the sheep to help maintain them. Yeesh. Okay, what else do we need? Still have enough in those regards. We're missing large shields and spears. Oh no, we're missing a spear. Okay. Alright, we're 1 spear short. Fair enough. Another spear up and going. And now we're very poor. How did I burn all that money? It's a fair question. Oh, trade route. Trade route. That's how. Okay. Just trying to figure out where I incinerated all that cash, and that makes sense. Do we have an extra stable that we're just not using? Because if so, yeah, let's get more. Let's get more cattle up and running. What am I doing? Anything to help boost transport. I hadn't even realized I was short on it. And yeah, we're actually getting it replanted up here now. We are starting to seriously clear this whole region. That is a genuine problem. We're gonna need another forestry hut. Wow, holy crud. Holy crap. Oh no. Alright. Well, I hope that we can cover the royal tax. Uh-oh. I don't know how bad that's gonna be yet. And you guys work in this region. How about that? That should work out. Okay. Okie doke. Not too bad. We could push for the last region that's open, but I want to let him try and lay claimancy on it, so I can hold the influence to push his territory when we reach that point. You up to tier 2, you up to tier 2, you up to tier 2. Just quietly getting all of these up to tier 2 so we have a constant flow of regional wealth that's in-house production. That's going to be very, very useful. Literally necessary after a point. Bandit camp, where you at? in the only unclaimed region. What am I doing? There's only one unclaimed region. Of course they're going to be there. Having a very small brain moment there. Another ruler's army, far end. We should be closer. I think. Ooh, maybe. I'm just trying to choke him out of getting influence off of these guys. Because that is everything. I can even make it without the money, but choking him off of the influence is going to be very helpful. Oh, man. Yeah, that is a lot of plate armor to be dealing with. Plated, pleated, and lameliered armor. Not anything you want to be on the other end of. Straight to the treasury to make sure that I can pay my taxes. Taxes. I still haven't played Hogwarts Legacy. Still gotta grab that one. I haven't played it. However, my best friend said that it's really good, and he put in like 300 hours. So I would say it's probably worth buying. I just haven't. I'm in the same boat you are. We have plenty of flour, but we're not producing bread quickly. Second person for the oven. And again, quiet sets of upgrades in the north. Okay, now we have all the equipment for these guys. Just hanging out. How are we set up to export in that regard? 36, yeah, to make sure that we can always maintain a full retinue. Even if we lose everybody in a group, we can always build them back. Yeah, only heard good as well. Yeah, that's... And there was the whole kerfuffle around it that I don't remember, but I've heard nothing but good things about it. Beyond the initial outrage for some reason. But I frankly don't remember what the reasoning was. Probably because I kind of distanced myself from it. Okay. Yeah, so the internal groups are getting everything provided, where the externals are getting a little dicey. But the internal groups are good, so that's fine. Trade. We can set to export on... you. Export. And we'll keep... Let's down that to, like, 6. And then 6 and 360. That's expensive. We'll pay for it. Peasants always have something to complain for. Yes, quite. As long as you keep their bellies full, they tend to be manageable. Oh. It's something. People find reasons to be mad about anything. I've just learned to not let it faze me at this point. Like, I'll check things out of my own accord, and if I enjoy them, so be it. That's really where I ended up sitting on it. 101 dies, holy sheep shite. Okay, I think we can lay off the dies for a minute. We can lay off the dies for a minute, man. That's so much die. Ah, there we go, okay. We're actually finally starting to make progress on replanting the whole forest. Which is good. Oh, I forgot I actually also need to change their areas on where they're planting things to make sure that they actually spread more trees about. Okay, that's a me problem. Me being small-brained on that. Okay. Oh, man. Oh, big stretch. Oh, jeez. Oh, the shoulders. Woo. Grow wealth deforesting and then reforest it for good press. No, reforest it so you can constantly make wealth. That's the point. I can care less about the good press on it. I just don't want to stop the money mill from milling, you know what I mean? I mean, yes, I do it for altruism. Of course. As all royals did. They do things for altruistic reasons, because they're good people. Definitely haven't been any revolutions specifically because they're not good people. Okay, get the 2 of those up. We'll start on that side and just get all of them to tier 3. And this set to tier 3. And then we'll do them. What did I have? Oh. Oh, because that plot was taking too long. Right, I remember. Oh yes, every leader ever, just great people. The best people. They walked in and I was like, wow, that's a great guy. It's entertaining. I have to laugh about it because with some of the actions made by certain leaders, I have a tendency to get angry very rapidly. So I instead choose to laugh and make merry. Because being angry about things far outside of my own control doesn't really get me anywhere. But on the plus side, we're getting enough of the tier 3 houses and we can actually maintain it well enough now that it's not a bad idea to kick production for those up and in. Because push comes to shove, I can always just import the malt. keep everybody happy. So if you had a time machine, you'd fuck them up as babies? Not at that gradient. And the reasoning behind me not playing with that is A, disrupting the timeline and causing a paracausal failure. Destabilizing the universe. That's always a concern. And secondarily, the adversariation that humanity faces forces humanity to change, adapt, improvise, and evolve. Without it, we wouldn't be in the place that we are today. We wouldn't have all the amazing things that we have today. So it's a weird balancing act. Bad creates good, and vice versa. And the good creates bad is the if people have everything that they want met, they'll knock over a table just to have something different happen. That's the whole idea behind it. A certain level of chaos is necessary for humanity to stay progressive. Otherwise, we regress. So, no, I wouldn't go and mess them up as babies. I can understand why some people would, and I'm not faulting people who would decide to. But, personally, I think that some evil is necessary to maintain good. That isn't me trying to placate things like atrocities. Those are outliers, and those are special cases. I need to specify that, because holy crap, no, there are definitely some things. It's some aliens toying with our history, darn simulation. I love that as I started reading it, my brain went to immediate redneck. I don't know why, that's just me. It's probably because I've known people who actually do live along those lines. And I find intrigue in it, but I don't personally subscribe to it. All things considered, I'm a bit of a xenophiliac in that regard. I don't see why aliens would put in the effort to show up to a dust ball in the middle of the outer arm of the known universe for any other reason than to try and figure out what is happening here with life on the planet. We'd be a curiosity at the end of the day. And I'd hope maybe, just maybe, we'd be an observational curiosity. Kind of like the tribe that we've tried to keep contact away from on the island. Rednecks never turn their back on their family, right? That's what they say. Some do. They have a tendency to have a really good idea of the family unit and a lot of care for their family, but some do. It tends to be differences in personal ideologies that'll cause that schism to form. Schism's a word I haven't used in a while. Not too many instances where I can use it accurately. Get 2 people to run the oxen regularly. That should help out with some of the transportation issues. More taxes, okay. How much do we owe? 237. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we can deal with that. That's not too bad. Maybe all human history was just implanted as memories and beliefs within the simulation. What if it's updated every time we sleep? That's what causes deja vu. Oh, it's a possibility. If so, then so be it. Well, here's the interesting question. If a created program is sentient, ergo it has its own free will, it does make its own decisions, even if it's created within the parameters of a set of code, does it being trapped within a set of code make it any less alive? Because to its perception, it is completely and totally alive. we, on the outside as observers, would know that it isn't. But does that make it not truly alive? Because it believes, it feels, it understands, it perceives. It operates as any other living being would do, except it's doing so within the parameters of a set of code that we had created, or another alien species had created. An interesting ponderance. Let's go kick the crap out of this bandit camp. I don't know, it's something that I've thought of. I have pondered a few times, and I don't actually have a personal answer for the question. It's intriguing to me. You mother truckers. I guess it's irrelevant within the simulation since you'll never know. Well, true, yeah. To them, it would never be a question. It's only a question for the observer. Which creates an interesting idea. Is if the simulated entities are the ones asking said question of the observer. The observer doesn't need to answer. That's the interesting part. It's offering the thought experiment up.
Stay together.
I don't know. It is intriguing. I like thinking about it from that regard. Because frankly, I am on the fence. I don't know if we live in a simulation, man. I don't have the answers. I don't know. Maybe. It's a possibility. But it's also it's an also equal possibility that we don't. No one knows. I think that's part of the fun to it. And to be fair, if I was the observer, I'd question if I, as well, am just in a bigger simulation, and I could never confirm it. Exactly. And then it creates the question of who created the original simulation and whether every simulation was preordained and pre-programmed to create a further simulation, or whether it is an infinite cascading effect that at some point creates a loop. It always builds bigger. There's always more to question. And that's part of the fun to it. An ever-expansive set of questioning. It's quite the logic puzzle. And here's an even more interesting aspect. If you knew that you were within a simulation, what would change? What would be the actual change? You just have the knowledge now, but what would that knowledge actually change? Because I am one to argue that it wouldn't change much. You're still enacting within the simulation. You're still operating within it. You just now know that it's there. Okay, we have that now. Rye cultivation. It depends how the simulation actually worked. Like, do I respawn? What happens if I die within? See, that is also further ponderance. Is the code a single time executable, or is it recycled? Does it come back in at a differing point? Where's the introduction of said code? Why is that code introduced? can you replicate the introduction of said code? All things of ponderance. But I think on the broader spectrum, it really wouldn't change too much. You just go, oh, okay, so we're in a simulation. But then it's also the question of whether the simulation is the creation of a physical body and a consciousness that is outside of said simulation, or an entity that is coded within the simulation. Because if you knew you'd spawn back endlessly in different bodies, it would certainly affect your behavior within it. True. That it would remove a lot of the baseline fear for a lot of humanity, which is the end. That fear would no longer be there, because you would have a guaranteed answer to what happens after you cease. You come back as a different set of code. Or the same set of code at a different time. So yeah, I can see that aspect. Absolutely. Oh, I find intrigue in it. I don't know how I ended up on this tangent. I hope there's at least some interest in it. I don't know why I ended up here, but here we are now. I don't know, I guess I just lack a negative perception of it. I willfully lack a negative perception of it. Though I see the flaw of respawns, I'd lose my memory and forget my knowledge. Yeah. However, with the guarantee of respawns and the knowledge of respawns, you could create a repository of personal knowledge. And I mean that as in you would create the repository of personal knowledge like a library. And then you might lose it in a respawn, of course. But there is the possibility of committed points of understanding. Waylines, as it were. Pieces of code that were created that will resonate with you in specific. Churning the simulation. Need to create a reminder within the whole simulation. Exactly. Create your own markers. And with the knowledge that you're within a simulation, do you carry that over when you pass? Or does that cease? Because if you lose all knowledge when you respawn, you'd answer the question once. And then you'd have to figure it out again. Unless it became something like common knowledge, of course. That creates a whole separate set of circumstances. If I wouldn't lose it, I'd play life like an RPG role-playing game. Yeah. Why not? Play it like you're doing a hardcore run. It's of course avoiding confrontation, but trying to make as much progress as you possibly can. For the sole purpose of making progress. We are churning out enough money on a regular basis that I think we'll actually be okay when Taxman comes to kick me in the teeth. Which is gonna be nice. The bloody medieval IRS. You wouldn't even have to feel bad if you hurt or kill someone, since you'd know they respawn. That is fair. That brings up very interesting moral implications to it as well. Because it's like, yes, you know that they're going to lose their memories, but you know that they don't cease. You know that you haven't stopped their cycle. You've just stopped this portion of it. Which brings up the quandary of whether that is fair to the individual that you are ending the cycle on. I mean, of course, defend yourself, but I'm thinking in the regards of, like, overt aggression. The choice to be aggressive and cause harm. And a lot of people make that choice anyways, but I have intrigue in the aspects to the moral quandaries of it. Maybe it's just because at the end of the day I am a simple man. And I find curiosity in simple things. There we go. And now we should have quite a few apples pop onto the market as well in like 3 years. What are we up to? Year 6. Not bad. Sorry if I seem like I'm being a bit aloof while talking about subjects like this. I don't mean to be, but I realize that I can very easily slip into that and not have the knowledge or understanding that I am doing so. I just wanted to throw that out there in case it does occur. It isn't my intention. Depending if you could find out more how the simulation is made, you could attempt to find a way to escape it even. A possibility operating on the idea of it being based upon a physical being outside of said simulation. Because otherwise you'd just be a set of code trying to escape from the baseline code. And if that entire fabric is a closed system, the point you escape is the point you cease. Which is a terrifying concept, but... I shouldn't say a terrifying concept. It's an interesting concept. How are the oh, tavern. Okay. Okay, we do need to bring in more barley now. Which is going to get expensive. Oh well. Slowly getting more people. So slowly actually filling out the military forces, which was good. 'Cause a lot of my baseline one is just to fill those out as best I can. And a couple more level 2s going in the corner. Because I know that most of the center line is going to end up being tier 3s. An interesting aspect to the simulation edge is if we exist within a simulation, there's guaranteed a creator. That's the interesting portion. Because somebody had to make the code. Somebody had to make sure the system ran. Who's angry? You? Why? Fuel stalls? Really? We have 1,400 firewood. Don't hit me with a fuel stall. Fine, here. Have another person work the storehouse. Set up another fuel stall. Interesting ponderances. Oh yeah, we are definitely gonna clear our taxes. No issue. Oh yeah, we're gonna clear it and we'll have made money this year. That's very nice. Good, 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 good. The way that they supposedly were trying to set up the new trade system, it was to help stop people from hoarding wealth. Yeah. Stop people from hoarding wealth. About that. Bandit camp. Where you at, buddy? Up to the north in the only unclaimed territory. I don't know why I ask it every time. I know the answer. I decide to ask it again. Every time. Alright, we'll send them to deal with it. Not too concerned as long as I can... Okay. More royal tax increased. That's fine. It's 258. We should be good. Yes. Oh, the military's looking a lot better now. Here relatively soon, I'm gonna need to rededicate resources to purchasing better armor for our retinues. Or not the retinues, but our militiamen. Treasury it? Good. That just helps alleviate some of the taxation, which is nice. I'm also kind of leaving that territory unclaimed for now, to get as much out of it as I possibly can before I'm forced into it. The creator might have just wrote himself into the simulation as God. Very possible. Or the idea of a creator is baselined from the fact that we exist within a simulation, and it was a creation of the sentient entities within said simulation that just happens to be right. Which would be just as intriguing. Either way, it's very intriguing. I'm not tossing it to the wayside. Either path of thought carries a lot of interest to me. Oh yeah, we're good. We are good. Oh no. My money. Okay, we need to import helmets. We'll do it 6 at a time. And Gambison, which will also do 6 at a time. I never bought the export for spears or swords or polearms. Okay. That explains why we're making nothing off of those. Oops. To be fair, if there was a god, would you rather have it show itself or not? I'm okay either way. I'd be intrigued, but either way, Having the knowledge that it exists would be intriguing, but nothing much would change if I didn't. And if I did, then I'd just have an answer. I guess the fear towards such god would be much bigger. It's a possibility, because then it becomes tangible. It's no longer just something that's a possibility. It's a guarantee. So I could definitely see where the fear aspect would carry much heavier. Atheism wouldn't make much sense. The rejection of a being that you guaranteed know exists, that is far beyond the perception of human beings, wouldn't make much sense then. Because they'd have a literal guarantee. Again, it's going from a possibility to an absolute. A 1 to a 0. Makes a big, big difference. Or a 0 to a 1. I got that backwards. And 2. Just trying to top out this town to make sure that it can constantly produce of its own accord without me needing to constantly introduce extra variables. Reaching a point of consistency, as it were. Wow, yeah, we are making a crap ton of money now. I thought we were making a lot before, but we spiked through the ceiling. It's a good thing, because taxes are going up. I'm the one who lays taxes, not the crown. And that's how you die. Imagine you straight up toss it in the god's face, just destroys you. Yeah, I don't believe in God. Also, God just crushing you to ash. Yeah, I mean, like, at that point, you are literally choosing willful ignorance. It has gone from just being ignorant to willfully ignorant. To something that's sitting right in front of you. That's a huge difference. Yeah, not something that would be advisable, I'll say that much. Just look them dead in the eyes. Nah. What? Fuck you mean, nah? Literally hitting God with a nuh-uh. I don't think that one's gonna blow over too well, Chief. How do I want to play this? Is this place decent for rye? Genuine question. Relatively in the areas where I'm already farming wheat? Yeah, it's not bad. And that would give us perpetual bread production. Speaking of, are we actually producing bread regularly now or no? Because for a while there, we just had a crap ton of flour hanging around. We are, okay. This is our last upgrade, so I'm taking much more time thinking it over. It's also interesting how many different beliefs when it comes to God or deities came over time. Yeah, and at the point where we had the delineate or the division and then the loss of a lot of the pantheonic religions, going from a pantheon to a singular god. I find that interesting as well. I shouldn't say the loss, but the change. It's intriguing. Because if you look at a lot of the older major civilizations, each one had their own pantheonic beliefs. But then 4,000 years ago about, well, 6 to 4,000 years ago, you started hearing the rise, or started seeing the rise, I should say, of singular religions. Or trifectas, the trinities. It's intriguing. I think that's all I can really boil it down to. Strike me, Zeus, if you can. Oh, yeah. As interesting as it is, I don't like invoking the name of any gods. I'm like, there's some little portion of my brain who's like, yo, you might actually just say the wrong thing. Catch him on a bad day. Especially when it comes to something like with Greek or Roman gods, because you very literally can catch them on a bad day. Something like the Christianic beliefs, or not Christianic, but Abrahamic beliefs, I think. The way that it's dictated. Christianity, Judaism, the Muslim faiths, they tend to not be gods that will strike down an individual. But if you look at something like the Greeks, or the Romans, or the Hindus, yeah, you really can just piss off a god. And yeah, just having enough of it. Yeah, they're like, keep my name out your fucking mouth and strike you down. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I don't want to tempt that. And maybe I'm not gonna play that one. It's like looking up at the sky and going, what'll the fates gonna do? Kill me? Like, they can. That's a Russian roulette game, but hey, if you want to do it, by all means. I'm gonna stay in my corner, and if I watch you die, I'm gonna have some time to question some things. Oh yeah, they believe in crushing either individuals or whole families or even empires. Yeah, exactly. They were vengeful. They were much more mortal in that regard. Where some belief systems carry them as, like, aloof. They're beyond us in every regard. The Greeks, the Romans, and the Hindus were like, oh yeah, no. You make them mad, there's punishment coming down, and it might not just be for you. It might be for everybody. Good job, Dick. You've killed everyone. I know there are other pantheonic beliefs, but those are the ones that come to mind first. I don't want to make it seem like that's the total number of them. They're just simply the ones that come into my mind at first. At this point, we have so many dudes that these raiders are not in a good way. Oh Lord. Okay. And there's just a random traitor. Just meandering back across a battlefield. It seems a little corpsey out here today. I mean, even just believing to be on their bad side and you get no rain. Yeah, it's terrifying. You get no rain, your harvests are bad. Forever. Your fields are always barren. Your entire nation starves to death because you decided to be a dick. That's crazy. Just because you woke up and decided, nah. And nah. What are they gonna do? Which is one of the craziest statements you can make to beings beyond human comprehension. Is like, what are they gonna do? Kill me? It's like, they might. But don't tempt it. They might. It's a bit of a roulette game. I'm not willing to play it. I hedge my bets. And my bet is, nah, I'm just gonna choose not to. Pretty much everyone before us feared the gods way more. Well, yeah. Yeah. Well, we also have to take into account that they didn't have the understanding that we do of even just the natural world. They thought that volcanic eruptions were the gods rampaging. They thought that typhoons were because they pissed the gods off. They didn't understand these were natural occurrences that just happened. They thought there was reason to it, beyond just nature getting a wily hair up its butt. So we have a lot more knowledge in that regard, which has brought us levity from a lot of the fears that weighed on their heads. Doesn't mean it's correct, and I do want to state that, because I'm on the fence. I don't know. I don't know what's out there, man. I'm just a guy. I'm not the authority in any regard, and I want to make that abundantly clear. However, our overall knowledge and understanding of the natural world has pulled us away from those baseline fears that maintained humanity for so long. So we feel more comfortable not carrying the same reverence and fear. I mean, you can't prove that a deity ain't pulling some strings to cause nature to rumble a bit. No, of course not. It's just we have a better understanding of why the rumblings do occur. It's not so much whether we can prove that an entity is causing those rumblings, it's the fact that we can understand why they're happening. We can understand the natural implications to it, as opposed to the supernatural implications. In that regard, I guess it would be more of a falsified comfort, if those deities did exist. It would just be us going, no, that happens. And the deity's like, fuck you mean it happens? Fine, cat 6. We're going harder than you've ever seen ever before. You're gonna need a whole new category for this. And humanity would go, wow, that was crazy. Well, chalk that one up as an outlier and move forward. Because that's the way we are. The second we can really start to logic our way through something, we'll do our best to do so. It's not a bad thing. I find a lot of interest in it. But in the regards to something like entities beyond our comprehension, it definitely could be a negative. Doesn't mean that it is, it just has the possibility of being. Another bandit camp. Oh, we lost one. Aw, it sucks. Man, that's such a shame. It's too bad that I can replace them immediately. Ah. Man, this is the worst. We set up the system so you couldn't hoard as much money. We are more sciencey about our beliefs. Yes. Yeah, that's really it. We tend to favor logic in what we can prove and recreate. Which isn't inherently a bad thing. I feel like for humanity's progress, theology and scientific study need to operate in tandem. We need both. Both have pushed us to further understanding for thousands of years, for the entirety of known human history. I'm just saying. I think both of them are necessary components to the progress of humanity. I don't think that we would ever achieve as much as we do without having them both operating in tandem. To be fair, I would actually go back in time just to mock a god to see if shit hits the fan. The thing is, depending on the god, right? They'd know you were going to do it. Because they knew of you. They knew exactly what you were going to do in your entire existence before you ever existed. That's a terrifying thought. Because you just show up and they're like, oh, so you finally showed up. You're like, bitch, what? What do you mean I finally showed up? Like, I've been waiting for you. What? What do you mean? But it's also interesting trying to comprehend, like, how time would weigh to an individual along those regards. Because time plays a huge portion to us because we're mortal. We are not infinite, we are finite. We have a specific period of time that we exist, and then we cease. We no longer continue to function. Where a god may be a perpetual, or so extraordinarily long-lived that they might as well be a perpetual. And it's also weighing out whether a god is a true god in the sense of an all-powerful being, or simply a being far beyond our comprehension who came from something like a Type 1 civilization. Gotta be like, your fancy science era sucks. Yeah, maybe. It's a valid possibility. It is valid. It'd be interesting. There's a whole lot of intrigue that goes into speaking on deities or individuals at that level. And the only reason that I brought up Type 1 civilizations is because that is a full-blown manipulation of space, time, and matter. You have mastered the universe at that point. How would humanity perceive entities along those lines? Because we couldn't really perceive them as anything other than gods. Because at a whim, they create and destroy realities. On sheer will alone. Just become Rick and Morty. I mean, to be fair, yeah. There's a possibility. Everybody wants to be Rick or Morty and forgets that they're actually Jerry. Space. I'll own time and space. Yeah. That's fair. Intriguing concepts. I don't know how we came down this whole line of philosophical speech, but I'm here for it. I love this. I normally sit around with my friend Ryan and pontificate on things like this, which I find very intriguing because he is a devout religious man. So I can posit a lot of questions to him, and he's open-minded enough to receive the questions and know that I'm not trying to do things like assault his faith. Oh, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. I just had that pop up in the corner. Well, you guys can see it. Man, I have a small brain sometimes. I can pontificate on things of such grandeur and then also, well, fumble simple words like because. I am an unending enigma. Oh, we got the fields done quickly enough. That's nice. Good. We're getting enough in line at this point that we're not constantly getting the no, things aren't good enough, which is nice. Also, I'd need to see Hercules if I could go back. Well, Heracles, I guess. If I could go back, show me them demigods. There'd be very interesting aspects to that. I'd want to see Heracles. I'd want to see Pericles. There are a few of the gods that I'd find great interest in, like Hestia. Very interesting. The goddess of virginity, chastity, and innocence. Demeter would be intriguing. Me with my favoritism for foraging and being out in the woods and hunting, I'd probably be a follower of Artemis. Especially with proof in the pudding that there was existence. I mean, come on. Could you imagine you create a time machine, you go back to like the Greek and Roman era, and there's just gods doing stuff? They're just there. Like, we're looking at it from the modern era because we're like, well, there's no skeletal remains that prove that these individuals existed, and there's nothing that directly proves it. And then you go back and they're just there hanging out. Zeus turns into a donkey and is banging the barmaid. You're not supposed to be here. And also this whole story before gods was titans. Yeah. Oh man, Typhon. Oh. Oh. Kronos. Gaia, come on. Kronos would be an interesting one because you're manipulating time to go and see them. And their whole shtick is time. The god of time, he has to know. He literally has to know. Which would be very, very intriguing. He'd just be like, hey, you probably shouldn't be doing that. I'm not gonna stop you because I find it funny, but you probably shouldn't be. I feel like that's what a lot of it would end up boiling down to. Is they're like, cool, you can manipulate this. Have you thought of what's going to happen? Because you have. It's like, well, maybe. Oh. A lot of intrigue on a whole lot of different levels. But this is also, you know, completely removing the possibility that they would be just as intrigued with you. Like, how did you get here? Why are you here? I'm sure that things along those lines would carry quite a bit of interest to them as well. Given how it ended for him, he must have seen an inevitable end for himself, though. True. And therein lies a much more intriguing portion. Especially when it comes to things like time. Because if you can see infinite possibilities, and there is only a single way that things can continue, and it requires a sacrifice at the gradient of your existence, it's whether even beings of higher levels like that would have the willingness to forego their own continuation. And again, speaking specifically with, like, the Greek and Roman pantheons, that holds, because they are much more human in that regard. Hi. I'm late. Oh, you're all good. We've been talking random philosophy for a while. Philosophy, logic, life being a simulation, and the occurrences and implications of it. Old gods, things on those lines. Imagine chatting with ancient gods, that's crazy. Yeah, it would definitely be intriguing. I'd have some dude, my questions would be so painfully mundane. I'm not even I can't lie about it. I'm like, opening gambit. Oh, hey Zeus, how was your day? What? I guess it was okay. Did you beat the full part of Dying Light? I am the Bozak Horde. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I did that with you, I thought. That was a lot of time and effort, but yeah, it got done. You sure? I'm pretty sure that was just 25% of it. Ah. Oh, no. I don't want to go back. Bozak Horde is like a whole story mode on extreme. Oh. Okay, yeah, that will be a return adventure at some point then. Yeah, do a set of streams that are like revisiting Dying Light. Oh, that was low-key funny though last time. Dude, I will lose my collective shit. Like, most of the time, you get me like this, where I'm very calm, I'm collected. I have some points where I get a little amped, but most of the time it's like this, and then you have the few times where I just lose it. I'm just like, no. No, I'm mad now. I have woke up and chosen violence. I didn't choose the violence chose me. That'd be a tasty power move. I've never actually maxed out a city, so that's part of what I'm doing right now. Trying to see how far I can push it. Making sure that I always have enough resources for everybody. Yeah, what's going on, Polaris? Get a few more in the back line here and just make sure that we have enough houses for everybody. There's a part in Bozak Horde where you fight 3 big boy zombies with no weapons, nothing. They're fully armored, and all 3 of them are coming at you at the same time with a horde of zombies, too. That's why it's hard. Okay, so for that portion, I have the key, right? You take all of your legend points, right? And you just dump them all into unarmed. Because I'm not even joking, that made a huge difference. I didn't realize how broken unarmed combat could actually be in Dying Light. I didn't know. Oh my god, is it baroque? I love it. I went from like, oh no, all of my weapons are dog water to I brought these hands TM. That's it. They're rated E for everyone. So yeah, that's definitely a portion where you're just gonna want to sink everything in. Craziest part in Bozak Horde is... oh no. Oh no. But wait, there's more. It gets worse. It gets so much worse. Don't get too excited now because I think in the boss fight they disable your skills. Except for drop kicks and stuff like that. Oh, so they just disable all the legend skills, so you don't have all the boosters. That's pain. I'm just gonna chill in here. There is no update yet. Okay. If you come to a point where you have anything, by all means, you can always reach out. I am here. I suck at responding sometimes. Most of the time. But I try my best. What you been doing? Finally got my check and my mom was like, I need $10 for lunch. Damn. Well, I've been quietly building out this town and then just expanding these. And then for a while there, we were talking on a little bit of philosophy, the implications of being able to manipulate time, talking to old gods, things like that. Went on a whole tangent there for a while. Like, bruh, then when I don't have money, y'all say I'm feeding off y'all. Yeah. Yeah. It's like that. I'm sorry, man. But you did get your paycheck. That is a positive. It's something. It is something. I'm just trying to look on the brighter side of it. Those might offend people, but I never understand. Ah, that's fair. Why people like Greek gods so much? They're fake. I think it's because of the humanity, like the human aspects to something that's supposed to be beyond humanity. Especially in high school, we had to study them for what? Understanding the implications and impact that they had on, like, Greek and Roman society, I think is a large portion to it. Especially, yeah. It's so stupid. That's fair. No, I find intrigue in them, but again, it's because of the human aspects on something that's beyond humanity. I'm tired of learning shit we don't need. No, absolutely, I would have foregone that class for something like classes on taxes. Or understanding investment. But I can see both aspects to it. the crying emoji is real. In Dying Light, I think there's something harder than the Bozak Horde, but bro, when I say harder, not even a hacker can beat it. What? That's terrible. I want no portion of that. I think too much. That's fair. It's easy to overthink. With everything else that's already going on in most people's lives, introducing a lot of the theological questions and the ideas behind, like, the Greek gods and everything, it's just too much. There's too much else going on. And I can definitely understand and empathize with that aspect to it. Like, I know this is crazy, but I feel bad for the kids that went through World War II, you know? I mean, yeah, absolutely. It had a massive impact on an entire generation. And I mean, before that, the generation that was fighting in World War II fought in or was born in World War I. And barely any wrote stories, but another girl did, and she gets all the credit. Imagine. She's the favorite, kind of feels bad. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, her story's a little extra, cause hiding in the attic. Ugh. Ugh, I'm sorry. No, you're fine. It is what it is. And you're right. It's just, it's terrible. But from all of the horrors that came from World War I and World War II, there were some beautiful things that were created. And my over-optimistic dumbass needs to try and look at the positives to not fall into just sheer depression when thinking about it, because it's so easy. I don't care, I get tired of hearing her story. I would have thousands of money from hearing her name. Yeah. Yeah. No, I get it. There are other stories from World War I and World War II, but again, as you said, there's one person that they really glom onto, and it's specifically because it's one of the best accounts of an individual trying to hide from the horrors of the Germans. I'm so ruthless sometimes and people don't like it. No, it's fair. You're honest. And I give a lot more credence to honest than trying to hide it and sugarcoat everything. Honesty is a beautiful thing. I'm glad you understand or try to. I do my best. I am a very midline individual in most regards, so I will try and look at both aspects to conversation. And I try and keep myself very neutral when it comes to reaction in conversation, because I get mad at inanimate objects like video games. I don't get mad at people. I get angry at a video game all the time and not have any issue, but if somebody says something I don't like, I'm like, well, there's credence to that. Because that's you. Every person's a little different, and just because somebody thinks differently or says something that I don't agree with doesn't mean it's wrong. Been trying to find a summer job. It's going, God knows, but I still have things to pay at the end of the month, like CVS and 2 other stuff. Oh man, I do wish you luck. The job market's been kind of dunking up here in Washington too. It feels like a bit of an economic downturn, but I can't say as of yet. Very well could be. It's usually easy since you work with kids. Yeah, it normally. But this summer is hard, which is weird. I wonder if some of the cause for that was from the whole, the Backstreet Boys reunion tour, we'll call it. Because I don't know if they're still being weird about the influenza that went around a few years ago. I think that's a good way to put it. Yeah. I wonder if it's caused by that, because it's still some of the holdover from people who, spent all of that time at home with their kids and their significant others and are now just used to that idea. So there's not as much yearning for it. Can't wait for tomorrow. Yeah. Let me know how it goes. I am always curious. I am the cat, and I live on satisfaction. Bro, she might make me get naked. No, I mean, it is a medical professional. That's how I have to look at it. It makes me feel a little bit better about it. I don't like being naked. I'm not scared. I mean, that's fair. I personally am weird about getting naked. I think a lot of that's just based on my own mental state in that regard. So I'm like, ew, gross. And I'm like, ugh. It's me. I see that every day. I don't want to see it. Let's get out of here. It can be... Ugh. I don't care really, but she better not be weird. I would hope not. I mean, again, it's a medical professional. That is weird. There is a level of professionalism that's expected when you do things like that. Definitely not somewhere you want to have somebody who gets odd. You got your wisdom teeth took out like 2 years ago. And the male doctor, oh no. Oh no. Not another medical horror story. He was a bit older and he was hot, but he was old, oddly flirty. Oh, I mean, that could just be an older gentleman who's very comfortable. Sometimes it's not meant like that. It's just them being comfy. Or he could have been flirting with you. It wouldn't be surprising. Because some old dudes are just like, yeah, no, I'm going for gold. I don't care anymore. I'm like, good on you, man. Heck yeah. Not only you put me out and was like, your parents can't be in here. Oh, no. That's weird. That's weird, dog. You can't say that. Don't do that. That's weird. Oh, no. You can't say that. Even if it wasn't meant like that, dude, that is not how you phrase it. That is... Oh, bruh. 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 No. Bro said nice shirt, I passed that. Bro. No. Come on, old dude, you're better than that. You have had 60 years of Riz, my guy. Get it together. Oh, his assistant was in there too. Well, I mean, that is a positive. I only say assistant because the way that you posited it, I don't know whether that was actually his assistant or not, or like a secondary dentist, oral physician. That's nothing compared to other stuff. Oh no. Oh no. Spill the tea. Let me grab my drink. All right, let me know. Walking somewhere and my brother was my bodyguard. Good. It's just a positive thing to have anyways. As whether you need it or not, given the situation, it's always good. It's from her... Okay, let me try that word again. It was for summer school. I failed a class in 11th grade. Okay. And I live near a church. Cool. I live relatively close to a few churches, so I get that. I also live near a cult, but that's for later. Go on. Guy standing by the church as I pass him, he looks me up and down, and I just stare back at him. Disgusting, man. You live near a cult? Okay, so... I guess... I don't have a better descriptor for them than a cult. If you want to know anything about them, look up Ramtha's School of Enlightenment. They're interesting. If he wasn't on church ground, I would have hit him in the throat. Ooh, he's one of those. Ugh. I'm a whole minor. Yeah. Yeah. Nah, I'm good. Aw, come on. It's kind of funny. They believe in the lizard people that live in the mountain that are gonna come down and kill us all. So they keep a pretty sizable armory on hand. And, like, fallout shelters. Yeah, they're interesting. My friend, one of my friends from middle school, I'm not gonna say his name to, you know, not out some of his family. His grandmother was a rampster, and I actually went in her collapsed bunker. It's very interesting. Because I was like, there's no way. And he's like, dude, you don't understand. It's real. It's real as fuck, yo. And I was like, no. So we got super baked, and then we went into her bunker, which had collapsed from not being maintained. And I was like, that's crazy. No, when I don't like a guy, I just say I'm 15. Bro, that's so... That is A, the best out, and B, the worst. That is the easiest out on Earth. Just, I'm 15. Oh! Oh! That's so good. I love that. Mentally ill, still think I'm a minor though, to be honest. That is fair. Literally, little boys tried to hit on me once. I was like, how old are you? He was like 16, and I wasn't interested before that, but I was like, I'm older than you. That's not weird. He was like, nah. I mean, to be fair. To be fair, I can kind of understand where he's coming from in that regard, only because I was always into older women. So I kind of get that. However, I also understood the implications and wouldn't try and hit on somebody who I was pretty sure was over 18. Because I'm like, I am a child and I'm not trying to hand someone a case. That's fucked up. Yeah, from the male POV, exactly. And I can understand it from the female POV of being like, dude, you are a child. You are a child. What about this do you not get? And he's just like, nah. I'm gonna shoot my shot. And it's like, don't. just don't. You've made it awkward for both of us. Why are you like this? Don't see how 40-year-old women can date someone 20. That's your son, male. That's fair. One of the best responses I've seen to, it is, kid, I'm old enough to be your mom, and the dude just goes, and I'm old enough to make you a mom again. And it's like, bro, that is so much. Why are you like this? Like, but for real, I can't do it. No, I understand wholeheartedly. I get both ends of the argument now. I do. When I was younger, I didn't really understand it. And again, you said he was 16. So I'm like, no, I get that. At 16, he is all pent-up emotion and a lack of understanding of why he feels the way that he does. Because that man was going through it, and I can guarantee it. Terminal horny. So it's like, I see you in the mirror. Oh, no. I'm blame Medi from a long time ago thinking it's okay for guys to want someone way older. That is fair. And I mean, something to take into account is women live longer than men do on average anyways. So there's probably something on a biological aspect to it as well. Not just from like a I have mommy issues edge, but like an actual biological aspect to it. Especially, and making them believe it's okay to be prey upon by a cougar. Yeah, that is weird. That is weird. Like, 2 consenting adults, cool. One that's baiting another person into doing things that they might not understand or be comfortable with. Ooh, that's a little... That's not very daijoubu. I don't like that. I have daddy issues, but I don't want a man my dad's age. Fair. I have daddy issues. Because my dad died when I was 7. So I'm like, no, I know that's there. Which gives me a very weird perspective when dealing with people that have the secondary daddy issues of like, dad was never there. Or dad was a dick. Like, yeah, no, I get it. I feel like I feel like a select group of individuals that really can understand that aspect to it. Which mine never was. Yours is a particular situation. Yours is a very particular situation. I'm normally like, no, you don't know that. No, yours is a particular situation where I give much more credence to it. Oh, you had a milkshake today? Hell yeah. And welcome back, Polaris. Thank you, very kind. Cookies and cream. Oh, let's go. I love cookies and cream, okay? Controversial opinion. Cookies and cream is good. I don't care. I will stand on business. I love it, dude. Like SpongeBob when he was high on those goofy goober shakes. Oh, no. I don't need it. I don't need it. I have a problem. Oh, man. The first step to fixing a problem is knowing you have one. The second step is doing something about it. I'm like, how about I ignore the problem and move forward with my existence? You're so funny with the voice. I do voices from time to time. Obsessed with juice, too. I'm never fixing that in milkshakes. Yeah, that's fair. No, that is completely fair. I have a big thing for smoothies. But I always end up using, like, heavy whipping cream for smoothies. My parents say I'm crazy because I do different voices. No! You like doing bits, and that's fine. It's part of comedy. What? No, a lot of my comedy is physical humor and vocal humor, so no, I get that. I get that completely. I'm like, you're right, and I love it. I mean, fair enough. Like a creepy little girl, a baby, etc. That's fair. No, I get that. They're fun. You're just enjoying yourself. And my mom knew something was wrong when I told her I loved the Joker as a kid, too. I mean, that's fair. Some people just want to watch the world burn, Master Wayne. I do a voice with the kids to annoy them, and I do Elmo. They hate it. That's fantastic. I love that. Kids are fun. Kids are a lot of fun. I just love the kids that have no filter. Like, they just say the first thing that's on their mind. It's a lot of fun to interact with. Because you're like, damn, I can't believe you just said that of all things. You just come at me with that. I was not ready. Like, Elmo loves Alan and they growl at me. Yep. But you know what's fun? I know that those kids will grow up and look back on interactions like that, and they'll remember you. They'll remember that, and they'll think about it, and they'll be like, that was fun. And maybe, just maybe, when those kids start having kids, they'll carry some of that. Because it's one of those things where it's like, as a kid, you're like, this is awkward. My kid said before we got out, Miss Violet, you're not black. Oh! Oh! Oh my god. Oh my god. Damn. Whew. Oh yeah, kids come with the heat. That's funny. That is funny as fuck. That is fantastic. I'm definitely not fully black. That had me dead. I said I'm white and native too. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, weird question. As you tan, do you get like a redder tone? Because I'm partially native, so I get like a redder tone to my tan. Like, yeah, I darken, but there's also that, like, I don't know how to put it. It's like a red undertone to it. That sounds weird, but you never tan. You know what? Fair enough. That's actually fair. I don't go outside that much. All right. Yeah, fair enough. Because every time I think about it, I think about my friend Samaj, and that man tanned. Like, he was already darker complexion, but, like, if he spent time out in the sun, that man was dark. That man got dark. Oh my god, I haven't seen him in forever. Probably similar to me. Yeah. I have some tan, but man, it is not great. I need to spend more time outside, to be fair. Especially because I live in Washington, we don't get a lot of sun as is. So most of the year, we're always deficient. I'm not, like, porcelain skinned, thankfully. Only reason I say thankfully with the porcelain skinned edge is because, like, holy crap, they burn so fast. They gotta be so careful. I want to be able to go outside still, but I just don't spend as much time outside as I used to. Probably be better for my mental, too. I need to go on a hike. It's been a while. When did we get 4 grand? Oh, I've just been passively making money in the background and not paying attention. Holy shit. That's a lot. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you were on the lighter edge closer to my neon white ass. It's not quite neon white. Okay, no, to be fair, like, my chest is, definitely, but my arms aren't bad. I got a farmer tan. On the plus side, I tan extraordinarily well. I don't end up burning often, and I tan really, really well, so I don't have to worry about it. Oh no, man flashing in my head. Oh no, he's hot. I'm sorry, that's all I could think. It just immediately went to Squidward. Bro, is it just me or... Uh-oh. In Adventure Time, Ice King was a P. You know, I swear. I think Simon was a P. I mean, oh, to be fair. Yeah, you right. No, you right. Ice King went after anything. Ice King was desperate. That's what Ice King was. Let's be real here. Ice King was lonely and sad and scared. Oh, Gunther, my boy. Who just also happened to be, like, legitimately evil. Unironically, actually evil. I'm the penguin. Damn. Wank. Alright. I would adopt him, so cute. Don't adopt me. You don't want that. You definitely don't want that. Wank. Yeah, it's just Gunter. It's just what he do. I watched the crap out of Adventure Time. I would pay money for that noise IRL as a ringtone. Yeah, it's fair. No, it's just one of those things. Adventure Time got me through a lot of difficult points in my life. And it was the same for my best friend Derek. So, like, he still watches it when he's going through difficult times, and I'll pop over to it when I'm feeling bad. It's just one of those things. Yeah, Adventure Time it's one of those things. Yeah, they are definitely there for you. It's like if I'm feeling really nostalgic, I'll pop on Courage the Cowardly Dog. If I didn't hate Netflix already, I'm gonna sue they ass. They're taking off the 100? What? What? Why? Which you can't watch anywhere else? I mean... I am no advocate of piracy, but when no other option is left on the table, I'm just saying. Because they're a bitch. Yeah, fair enough. That's fair. You have to order a DVD and, bro, that costs too much. Yeah, it does. You're right. Physical copies of anything have gone through the ceiling. Them and Walt Disney, I'm beating ass. Yeah, fair enough. I'm a giant nerd, so the only reason I paid for Disney Plus was the Star Wars shows. Because I'm a giant nerd. And I'm the first to admit it. Oh, you're finally claiming Zewa? That's a terrible idea, my guy. Alright. We have no mercs available. Oh, that's gonna make this dicey. This is gonna be a little spicy. Alright, shit. Alright. This is gonna get interesting here real quick. And Mickey better not step in or I get mini. Yeah, fair enough. Bro, wanna know something funny? Growing up, my brother and I cope with our dad we watched a lot of Mickey. And we used to laugh about our dad being Donald Duck. Oh no. Donald Duck in it. Oh man. Watched a lot of Looney Tunes growing up too. Like his yelling, that's fantastic. That is funny. Okay, the boys are ready. A family is hungry. It's because they're in the army and there isn't anything that I can do about it. I'm sorry. Yeah, I love the original one and the 2011 one and the baby version. Yes. Okay. No. You aren't even offering me enough silver to pay my taxes, dude. Get out of here with that. How many people you got? Not enough. Yeah, we should be okay. We should feasibly be alright. Okay. Archers in the rear line. Sorry, I will respond in just a moment. I apologize. Trying to wire up for this battle before I forego defensive capabilities. Instead, get trapped in hard offense. That's what I was trying to say, but my throat decided I didn't get to speak, so. Okay. Now, Total Drama Island. Yes! The original Total Drama Island was a freaking hit. The emo guy was funny as shit. That show wasn't made for kids, I swear. No. No. Gwen still holds a weird special place in my heart, right beside Ramona. Ramona Flowers. They hang out for free, just right in there. You don't understand, I was an emo kid. I was, like, the hardest emo kid. It was a genuine problem. I was full flippy hair. It was, Oh, I used to listen to Dear Maria every morning. Oh, I cringe. Oh, I was so cringe, dude. Oh. It was that and falling in reverse. Pretty much daily. God, I'm so cringe, man. Oh. Nope, 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 nope. Peel off. Good. Go and assault them. Where'd the battle move to? Right here. Okay. Go get them. Before they can hit the archers. Archers, move up. Good, good, good. Good, 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 good. Was always obsessed with World War II, especially in high school. Yeah, I had always had a bit of an obsession with history. I think a lot of it came from talking with my grandpa and my grandma, to be honest. I remember just daydreaming about, what's it called? Telling the troops what to do and wishing war would come so I can be like them and be proud of them. Oh, being a general or a commander. Leading men in battle. But yeah, still kind of dream, but not the war part. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I live out a lot of that through playing, like, strategy games. Because I want to avoid sending men to their deaths, and any way that I can help to avoid that, I do my best to follow. My granddaddy had 9 badges of honor from World War II. Damn! Damn! My grandpa was part of a specialized group post-World War II. My great-grandpa fought in World War II and World War I, but my grandpa was just a little late. He was born in 1942, so a little too late to fight in the war. But my grandpa Charles has some badges that I won't be able to claim until I am about 60. Because that's when the documentation that's associated with them is supposed to be declassified. The only thing I'm allowed to know is that I can get them when I'm, I think, 63. Some of them men back then, though, no matter what, said, yeah. Oh, they were men. That's real. That's gay. Nah. No. I'm as straight as they come at this point. I had my experimentation phase. It's not my deal. I know that, but I can also look at a man and go, that's a pretty ass dude. That's gay. You can't get it until 60. Yo. Yeah. Yeah, just casually dropping lore. No, it's just one of those things. It's going to be declassified, and then the medals will come forward for it. It is like, bruh. Yeah, it's one of those situations. It's because a lot of it was associated with, as far as I know, it was associated with espionage and counter-espionage operations dealing with the USSR in East and West Berlin, because my grandpa spent most of his time stationed in Germany. So, like, when the Ich bin ein Berliner speech was given, my grandpa was stationed in Germany. When the tensions were rising between the USSR and the US across West and East Germany, and they were lining up to actually go to war again. And then the Ich bin ein Berliner speech was given. Yeah, he was parked over there. And them trying to put Trump in jail, like, how about nobody cares and deal with real life issues? They're the only people who care about what he's doing. Yeah. It's looking for excuses to remove an individual who they're concerned over. But they won't take themselves to court for killing their own presidents. Crazy. Well, of course not. Because it was for national interest, of course. But we definitely didn't do it. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Believe me, I get it. They sold on mine, so I'm winning. We twinning. We have 100 left for my hair. Depressing. Oh. I'm sorry. If it's any consolation, I have $10. I'm so fucking broke right now. I can't pay for shit. Well, I need some stuff from the store. My parents didn't want to take us, so that's my last paycheck till I get another job. Fuck, man. Nah, you need the 10 more than me. I don't drive, so... Oh, that's fair, yeah. Thankfully, I did fill my gas tank beforehand, and I should have a paycheck on Saturday. So, good. I shouldn't be in as bad a straits. Oh, fuck, bills. Oh, yeah. Oh, insurance. What's today? Oh, fuck, what is today? Ah, fuck. Fuck. That ass finna sell pics for 200. Do it. Do it. There are dudes that'll buy feet pics for $200. Do it. Make the money. Look. It's money. And you're not becoming you're not becoming a stripper, and you're not prostituting yourself, because there's a lot of dangers that come with those two professions. Do it. Do it. Look. Money's money, the world goes around, you need it. And I understand. And for the dudes who can't handle it, fuck them. Bro, I saw this lady paint stuff with her feet and a grown-ass man bought it. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, there are also some people who are, like, genuinely really capable painters with, like, their feet, which is weird. Which is weird. I'm like, you are returning to monkey, and that's big. That's crazy. If you follow the evolutionary scale for humanity. I need to posit that. Because I'm not trying to ostracize or alienate anybody. My feet are nice, but I don't know I don't know if they're nice enough. They're probably fine, dude. I'm gonna be honest. Dudes will buy anything. I don't think a lot of women understand just how desperate some dudes actually are. It's bad. They're down stupendous. Gotta be careful trick-or-treating. Used underwear too. Oh yeah, that's gross. I'm like, that's not my cup of tea. Well, to be fair, it's somebody's cup of tea, and I shouldn't say gross because I'm putting my own things onto them, and that's not fair. To give an ex-boyfriend my bra, dumbass didn't want it. It was obviously clean. I mean, okay, that's fair. For a while, I had to change of clothes at my house for one of my exes. It was literally just a change of clothes that I kept around. As long as it's clean, I don't care. Exactly, but used? Yeah, that's weird. That's weird. I just want to put the bra on you. That's fair. Well, I hate to say it. Some men are no fun. I hate to say it, but I'm gonna save this out, and then I gotta slip off. Because I gotta take my little Shiba Inu out to the park. Because she has been waiting. And I've been putting it off. She's a sweetheart. She deserves it. It's always nice talking with you. I appreciate it always. Good conversation and good fun. I'm gonna get my plug out of the way and then we'll slip off. So, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. If you check down below, you've got my YouTube and my Twitch. Twitch will have VODs for the past week, and YouTube has VODs forever, as well as any other content and projects that I'm working on. So, if you're looking for more content from me, that's the best place to check. I'm live Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and UTC -8, so you can figure it out based upon wherever your time zone is on that. Anyways, I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching. I love you. Stay safe, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye! Bye! Bye, guys.